Good morning, everyone. Today, I have the privilege to have the key to this 2024 Chevy Silverado 2500. So this is all new for 2024. The headlights, the grille, pretty much the whole outside of the truck, besides the general shape of it, has been completely redesigned. I'm gonna shut that up so you can hear me. Different wheels, they're optional, but they up the power and the torque on the DURAMAX engine. That new chrome striping, or that, beltline molding. This is a great looking truck, guys. I'm super excited to go over it with you today. So let's take a look at these first. So this is all new. So they got the daytime running lights are this whole entire thing here. You got your fog lights down on the bottom right here. They made the bow tie bigger, they made the hood scoop bigger, and they stamped Chevrolet into it. Oh, now that I say, you can even see the daytime running lights on there for a second. This thing looks great. The 20-inch black wheels are something that is optional. You can add those on. I'll go over all the optional equipment with you guys. Standard, this truck is somewhere situated around $71,000. But with the options and the DURAMAX engine and everything, which is almost $10,000 in and of itself, this is about $90,000. But this thing is fully loaded. Pretty much everything you can possibly get is in this truck. So let's drop the tailgate. It is the power up and down tailgate. Bed liner sprayed in. Another option is the Gooseneck and fifth wheel prep package. All of the equipment needed to tow a gooseneck or fifth wheel trailer is already done. All the holes are cut. You just have to drop the hitch in and go. Made it super easy for everyone. You do have a 400 watt outlet in the side of the bed here, like they all do, most of them anyway. And then you have a 4-pin and a 7-pin in the bed for the gooseneck and fifth wheel if you decide to do that. And there's also a 7-pin here, and then there's 2 plugs that are separate for your auxiliary camera provisions that you can purchase. This is a camera on the outside of the back of your trailer, and this one is for the inside of an enclosed trailer if you want to see your cargo shifting around. The one on the right here that goes on the back of your trailer is the one that makes it look like you could see through your trailer when you're backing up. So that's awesome. Now this is the auto up tailgate. So I'm going to do one of a couple things. So you can either hold this, you could click the liftgate button twice and hold it in on the second click so it goes up. You could just press the button and it goes back up. Or let's say your hands are full and you got to get the tailgate up. You put your knee up, if you're that flexible, lift it up a little bit. It'll sense that you want to put it up and put it back up for you. Got a bunch of cameras here. I'll go over all of those with you. They made the new body style since 2020. They made it super easy. The depth fill is in with the diesel fill, which was the best thing they could have done. They're listening to their customers, because it used to be, if you guys are familiar with pre-2020 HD trucks, it was all the way up top here. You about needed a stepladder to fill your DEF fluid. So let's hop in the back seat here, see what kind of room we're dealing with. Wow, this is just, guys, you can take a nap on the floor, for crying out loud. This is insane. Ton of headroom. The rear window power slides. You got heated seats in the back. The jet black leather is really comfy. Got some cup holders here. There's a nice contrast stitching down the middle. Even got some high country badges scattered throughout as well. Got some chargers back here. The rubber all-weather floor liners are an option as well. Personally, I think every car should have that standard, but I'm not car companies. Nice and breezy out today. Let's pop the hood and check out the part everybody wants to see. So like I said, they did a couple tweaks to the engine. So, not that I could really see it because I'm 5'7", but this is the 6.6 liter Turbodiesel DURAMAX V8. They upped the power. This used to have 445 horsepower. This now has 470. And the torque they also upped. That used to have 910 pound-feet of torque, and now it has 975 pound-feet of torque, which is insane. Now, you're probably asking, what can this thing tow? That's probably the most important part. Now, off the back, on using a normal conventional hitch, this will tow about 18,500 pounds. Now, if you wanted to switch to a gooseneck or a fifth wheel, it's a little bit more, not much more. It's around 19,100 pounds. But still, holy cow. What a truck, guys. I love the pattern on these wheels. These are a new 20-inch style that they came out with within the last year or two. And like I said, I really like, on the high country, it's fitting. Maybe not for any other trim level, but for the high country, these chrome moldings right here with 2,500 put on it. It's nice. I think it's nice that they did that instead of just putting 2,500 lettering on the side here. I just think that's a really nice touch, specifically for the high country. And of course, you got the 10-speed Allison automatic transmission. And then you got your block heater plug right there. You can plug in your block heater. They made that super easy. It's not up in the top of the hood near the def fill, where the def fill used to be anymore. All right, let's hop in and start this bad boy up. That's cool. Got all the it says high country on it. That is insane. They really make you feel like you're driving something premium. I mean, for $90,000, they really should, but that's going above and beyond. That's awesome. Sweet. Yeah, this thing is insane. Turn the air on a little bit. All right, let's go over some of the equipment in here. So obviously, a lot of this stuff is standard. There are a couple things that are optional. Like, there is a technology package. That gives you the rear camera mirror. So right now, if I were to just flick that tab, it's just a piece of glass I can look through like a normal rear view mirror. But then if I flip the tab, camera. That's pretty cool. And you can change different settings here. You can dim it, you can brighten it, you can zoom in and out, and you can move it up and down. Pretty cool. Sunroof is also optional. That is not standard. And then you also get adaptive cruise control instead of normal cruise control, which they never had for the 2500s up until this past year. Of course, dual zone climate control. Heated seats were in the back. You got heated seats and ventilated seats up front. Trailer brake controller. Heated steering wheel, of course. Then you have all your drive modes down here. This is your mode selector. You can switch between normal and off-road. Off-road just changes traction settings if you're going on unstable terrain. And then your tow mode is the button right down here. Headlights are automatic. You get your four-wheel drive buttons right here. Two-wheel high and four-wheel high you can do on the fly. You don't have to be stopped. And in neutral, like you do for four-wheel low. Memory seat settings. I'm pretty comfortable where I'm sitting right now, so I'm going to hold my memory seat setting and save that. Okay. The mirrors fold and also extend. Bose premium sound system, of course. You got your two glove boxes here. They have the high country has like this wood grain type finish on the doors, on the outsides of the console, and on the upper glove box. You have a nice bit of storage in here. You have an outlet right there. This is the wireless phone charging pad, kind of in here on an angle. They kind of move that out of the way instead of it being up here like it used to be. And then you got some USBs. A little tray right here. There's your wheel lock adapter. Yeah, through here you can go through all your driver information, your speed, average fuel economy. Now the EPA doesn't rate 2500s obviously, so you kind of have to go off of hearsay. But then again, some of the times if you're buying a truck like this and you're towing a bunch of weight, you're not necessarily concerned about fuel economy. Very rarely do I ever have people asking, what kind of fuel economy you can get. I mean, it's better than the gas engine, obviously. So that's good. You got tire pressures, oil life, brake pad life, air filter life, fuel filter life. Sensors and everything, guys. Makes it easy for you guys to read everything. DEF fluid. Now, what's nice about the new body style, they've been doing this since 2020, but they actually have a depleting DEF fluid gauge instead of it just saying it's okay or not okay, like 2019 and earlier. So that makes it nice for everybody. Cool, cool. Yeah, this also, part of the technology package is also the heads-up display. So you can adjust where that's at. You can change what information is reading on it, just the speed, you know, your following distance indicator, a compass, inclination. And then you can also dim it and brighten it. Cool, cool. And also the radiant red tint coat that is currently on the truck is an added option as well. If I was trying to go over some added options for you guys. Now, as with all new Silverados and soon to be more Chevrolet models, Google Maps is all built in. Now, it is a trial period if you purchase. Now, you'll need to either extend the trial or purchase a data plan through OnStar in order to keep the data for it. But you have Google Maps, which is really cool. Now, if you don't want to pay for it, that's fine. You can just pair your phone, whether you have Apple or Android. You can use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and then you can project your phone screen onto here with your own maps, just like you would as it is right now. It's just an extra step. And you can see my phone's charging. With it being a 2500, this is very, very important, the trailering app. So you can make, if you have different kinds of trailers, you can make profiles for different trailers, adjust settings for each one, so this way when you plug in, it'll see what trailer it is, and it'll automatically adjust the settings for that trailer. You can also do a trailer light test, which it'll tell you what lights do and don't work right on the screen here. It's not a two-person job anymore. Go over to your audio, AM, FM, of course, Sirius XM. Pretty cool. Bluetooth. Oh, all your cameras. This is a fun one. So this is the full camera suite. So you can see I have the 360 surround vision, and I'm not parked good at all. And then you got your front camera, your back camera, this same view zoomed in on the back and the front, your side mirrors on the front and back, your hitch view, and then if you want to make the backup camera bigger, you can turn off the surround vision so it fills up the screen more. And then you also have your bed view, which you can zoom in. So this way you can pay attention to your gooseneck or fifth wheel. Very cool. And of course, being a diesel, it has the exhaust brake built in. So this way, if you're going down a very steep hill, you don't have to use your brakes as much. And the whole safety suite is standard on this thing. The automatic high beams, the forward collision alert, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, the side blind zone monitor. If you have your trailer plugged in, the side blind zone monitor will also account for the trailer that you have hooked up. So it'll go back a little further. That's pretty cool. Oh, and you can also, if I go to the back camera, let's go to the back camera. If I drop the tailgate with this button right here, since it's the power up and down tailgate, once that goes all the way down, if I hold this in, I gotta hold it in until it beeps again. Okay, now it's up. Pretty cool. So if you leave your tailgate down and forget to put it back up, there's an option to put it back up without you having to get out. Very nice, guys. I cannot wait. I think we're ready to take this thing for a spin. All right. Good old column shift. Some of the new 1500s have like that electronic shifter that's very interesting. New turn signal chime. That's just like the new 1500s. Usually the 2500, 3500 series trucks are about a year or so behind the 1500 trucks. Everything that this has right now, the 2023 models had in the 1500s. So the 2500s are now pretty much caught up. And this refresh has been due for quite some time. The truck's pretty much been the exact same since about 2017. Or no, really, I mean, besides the engine change, from about 2015 to about 2019 was that body style, and then this body style was from 2020 to 2023. So, you know, every 3-4 years it's about due. I noticed with these new Duramaxes, you can really hear the turbo spool up. Whatever they did, it's working. Man, this thing sounds good. I feel like they're almost making it to the point where you don't need to buy a diesel truck and tune it anymore. I mean, this is just, there's so much power and torque in these anymore. Now, an interesting fact about the Duramax and Allison combination that's been a winner since day one, a lot of people still talk about the fact that other brands have over 1,000 pound-feet of torque. And that's an amazing feat. It really is. However, what people fail to realize is you don't get that full 1,000+ pound-feet of torque in every single gear that transmission on that truck offers. Not like the Duramax. So this might only, I say that relatively speaking, only a 975 pound-feet of torque. But guess what? You get that maximum torque in all 10 gears. Now let's just say, for example, Ford or Ram, they're both said to have over 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Mainly the Ford. The Ford is really what advertises that. And they have a 10-speed transmission too. It's not an Allison. And as far as I know, you only get that maximum 1,000+ pound-feet of torque in the first few gears. You don't get that in the whole entire range. This thing is consistent through the entire power and torque curve. And that's mainly the reason why if you hook anything up to it, you ain't gonna feel it behind you. My safety alert seat's going off, my butt's vibrating. If I go over the lines, that's fun. Alright, let's see how this thing handles. You're getting on the side, buddy. Brakes are good. Obviously, it's a big, heavy truck, so that bump stinks. And I wasn't even giving it the full beans there. Very impressive. It drives great too. Like, I mean, a lot of people, there's some people that are scared of driving big trucks like this, you know, because of blind spots and just the sheer size of it and everything. But man, I'll tell you what, this thing just rides like a pillow. I mean, if you're going over any serious bumps, obviously with it being a leaf spring heavy duty truck, I mean, it's going to want some weight in the back to be a little more of a comfy ride, but you can definitely tell it's a 2500. But man, this thing, it rides great, it drives great. I mean, anymore with the steering input, it's like you're driving a big car. I mean, it's just not, it's not as scary as a lot of people think. This thing's fantastic. The shifting is so smooth. You can hear it, but you can't feel it at all. This thing is insanely good. This thing cruises along just fantastically. I mean, the cabin's super quiet. I actually do like the steering input for a 2500 truck is actually very nice. It's a lot less muted than like a car or the smaller trucks that are newer that I've reviewed. Crazy how they changed this whole intersection around. They're putting a light in back there. If you see any of my like older videos from like a year or two ago, man, this looks totally different. Alright, on the on-ramp. Man, for how heavy this truck is, that was crazy. Kind of put your head back a little bit. Alright, put the adaptive cruise on. You can see it set in the heads-up display. Very nice, guys. Super blown away. Put it in reverse. Yep, and completely off the lines again, which is amazing. I'm so proud of myself. I mean, this is kind of cool though. You can see like how you are on the lines. That is really, really cool. Perfect. Okay. Well, that was awesome, guys. I mean, if you're looking for something that could pull anything you want it to, look no further. This thing is insane. And it does that fade with the daytime running lights or the turn signals. That is really cool. And then it does the daytime running lights for that time instead of the turn signal amber color. What a gorgeous truck. Like, I think the red with the black wheels just really makes it pop. And then honestly, I mean, it being a high country, I mean, the chrome, all the chrome that's on it, I think it works great for it. Man. Well, as always, thank you very much to Blaise Alexander Chevrolet in Muncy, PA for allowing me to do these videos. I really appreciate it, guys. Hope I can keep doing these for you. I love doing them. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys are subscribed so this way you can keep seeing more vehicles like this and more. And I will see you guys in the next one.